Hi, this is Deacon Ed once again for Be Catholic. Glad you could join us tonight as we continue our journey through Advent toward the Christmas season. And in keeping with Advent and Christmas, I thought we could continue to touch on some of the, shall we say, secular symbols or ideas that we see out in the world that are actually very Catholic or associated with the Catholic Church, and all of which help us to celebrate this season. So tonight I thought maybe we could talk about the Star of Bethlehem, the star that we read about in the Gospels. We hear in Luke's Gospel about how the shepherds are out in the fields and the heavenly hosts are all around them, and in Matthew's Gospel it talks specifically about the star that guided the Magi. But the question is, so is that just a story or was it real? Well, according to a lot of scientists and astronomers, there was in fact, and has been throughout human history, the reoccurrence of planetary alignments that when they come together appear to make the planet brighter. Now the word planet itself means wanderer, because when the ancients would look up into the sky, they would see these lights that would move back and forth in front of the backdrop of the stars. And so that's where that name came from. But specifically, the Star of Bethlehem is believed to be the planet Jupiter and the planet Saturn in what they call a conjunction, and that is when they appear to be very close to each other in the sky. And in fact, if you look out tonight wherever you might be, last night I was up looking up at the sky because it was cloudless, and it reminds me of Psalm 19 that the heavens proclaim the glory of God, and that's what I think every time I look up in the sky. But I could see Jupiter, Saturn, the moon, and Venus, and they were all kind of lined up, and it reminded me of this. So I did a little bit of digging to make sure that I had my information at least presentable. So the Star of Bethlehem, they traced it all the way back to about 7 BC, was a time in which both Jupiter and Saturn aligned not once, not twice, but 3 times in 1 year. It was called a triple conjunction. The first time they came together was toward the end of May. The next time it was observed was the end of September, and the final time it was observed was December. And so in that period of time, which is approximately 9 months, the story is that the Magi, who were an educated class from Persia, the ruling class, and they were very much aware of the stars and the sky and the season, they would have noticed that first conjunction of Saturn and Jupiter. That would have definitely caught their attention. That would have announced the birth. In September, it would have guided them as they saw it once again. They would have started perhaps their journey at that time. And then in December, it showed them once again, supposedly over the place where Jesus was born. And of course, we celebrate the voyage of the Magi at the end of the Christmas period when we celebrate the Feast of the Epiphany. And so the Star of Bethlehem, it is a very real possibility, as I said. The next time they think that they will have a triple conjunction of these planets is in the year 2239, is what I was told. So about every 180 years. So the next time that you look at a creche or you see some of our Christmas programs, or you read your Bible and you read in the Gospels of Matthew and Luke, the Christmas stories, now you will know that the Star of Bethlehem was an actual possibility. This is Deacon Ed for Be Catholic. If you like what you're hearing, please subscribe. Go down to the bottom of the page, give us a like, and you can always find us on becatholic.life. God bless.
Audi.